Hi, everyone, and welcome to a Pretty Little Podcast. I'm Allie Violet Vixen Commissaro. Tonight, we are joined by two powerful voices who carry their own unique energy wherever they go. Chandler P is an artist known for his raw lyrics, unapologetic perspective, and high energy live shows where fans chant along to every word. His music dives deep into the real life stories of resilience, ambition, combined with the struggles and triumphs that shaped him, creating an emo cowboy. Then we have Ryze Hendricks, who's been captivating fans with his clever punchlines, smooth flows, and creativity that shines through every track. From viral freestyles to thought-provoking records, Ryze has built a reputation for balancing entertainment with meaning, carving out his own lane in hip-hop's new generation. These two represent two very different flavors of artistry, but both share the same drive to push boundaries and connect with listeners in ways that only they can. Please welcome Chandler P and Ryze Hendricks.
What's going on?
What up, what up, what up, what up?
Oh my God, I'm so excited. So I have so much stuff to ask you, but I want to jump in first with the whole tour that you guys just kind of wrapped up. Tell me everything. What happened after the show that I saw? Like, you guys played at the Ritz. That was the next one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I haven't been home in 4 months. So the one thing I can definitely say about it, it was very, very, very long. I think kind of jumping into a tour like that, you kind of got to know what you're getting yourself into, you know. But I stuck it all the way out for, you know, like I said, about 4 months. So yeah, the Ritz, that was we've played. I haven't played the East Coast like that a whole lot, you know. So it was kind of cool to go over there, and then obviously to connect with Ryze for, you know, how many shows did you do with me? I brought him out to, you know, a handful of shows. I want to say like 3 or 4. So that was obviously really cool for me because we've known each other for quite a while there. But yeah, in the shortest way possible, I'd say the tour was extremely long, but very successful. And I'm really happy to be kind of somewhat home. I'm over here in Oregon visiting my family here.
So what would you say was the craziest city or the wildest city?
Okay, so I do say this every single time because it always stays true. Wisconsin, anywhere in Wisconsin, those people, first of all, they love to party. They know how to drink. They know how to have a really good time, and there's always a pretty high attendance rate there too. So I would say Wisconsin, it takes the cake every time for me. But I do also want to say that my favorite shows that we played, probably the ones where Ryze was there. It's one of those things, you know, you bring out someone that's family to you, you know, and there's a whole different energy and dynamic that goes into it. So yeah, I like those ones a lot too.
So Ryze, I have to admit, because like sometimes I can be a little like just, I don't know, in my own world. But I was telling Chandler, for some reason, I was drawn to you all night, the night of the show. And it was crazy because when I walked in, I did not hear your name get announced because the crowd was going wild when he announced your name. And even on my live, it's very muffled. So I've watched your TikToks. You were one of the first people that I started following. So I watch you almost every day because I'm very active on TikTok.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was you in person. All night long. You are
wow.
so much taller than I knew. And like all night, I'm saying to my friend, I'm like, his voice is familiar. Like his face is familiar. Do I know him from another show? Like all night long. And it was just really funny. And I didn't actually like realize who you were until almost 3 weeks later when Chandler tagged you in a post. And I'm like,
wow, that's hilarious.
I'm like, oh my God. Like,
where do I know this dude from? Yeah. Well, no, first of all, I appreciate it though. I appreciate I'm glad that you enjoy the content. You know what I mean? I appreciate that. But yeah, plus, you know what I mean? Like like probably what you probably seen like the comedy skits and stuff like that, the comedy rap skits. So when P brought me out, you know, I came out to do my serious stuff, more of my serious work. So that's probably why you really didn't put two and two together. You know what I'm saying? So that's funny though. That's hilarious.
And we can't forget about the outfit that we both had on. We were both in cowboy hats and boots and stuff. So
yeah,
definitely one of those ones where you're like, well, he's wearing cowboy attire now, so maybe it is, maybe it isn't him, right?
Right. Okay. Yeah, that was another thing.
You know what? I should have put it together because I mean, like, I see your face every day, but I'm telling you, the cowboy hat and your height, like, you're a lot taller than I like imagined you.
Yeah. Everybody say that when they meet me in person. My fault. I don't mean to cut you off, but yeah, everybody say that when they meet me in person. They just look up to me like, "Yo, I didn't know you was this tall." Because on the videos, you see me sitting in a chair, or when I'm standing up on the microphone, you only catch my waist up, so you don't really catch my height like that. And I decided to rock the cowboy hat because I know Chandler was on it's like a country rap tour. So I was like, yo, man,
your TikTok. I
was like, yo, I just got some I just got a cowboy hat and I just got some country attire, man. So yo, I'll bring that out.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Hey.
And P was like, yeah, man, bring the cowboy hat to the show. I was like, yo, I got you, bro.
That was the vibe. That was the vibe of the night. And I was like, I cannot wait to see the cowboy Ryze Hendricks.
Yeah.
So how did you guys meet each other or cross or
man? Yeah. We met on my tour last year. I had a headlining tour last year, the Rise Up tour. And yeah, we met there, man. And instantly we just had a connection, man. You know what I mean? Like after the show, everybody would like go back to the Airbnb. They ready to go to sleep. And me and P, we like, yo, let's hit the town. Let's see what clubs out here, what bars out here.
Right.
We out there partying.
We have like the same personality too, which, you know, again, like what you were saying, you know, you see him and it's kind of, you know, different than he is online, you know, and I didn't know what to expect when I had first met him and stuff, but literally after that first show, me and him connected really, really easily. And just like, we had the same, like similar thought process after show. And it's like, dude, I want to go see the locals. I want to go hang out with the locals, you know, just like show face out there and stuff. So we did quite a bit of that together as well.
Yeah.
So what's some of the weird fan interactions? Chandler, you can answer this too, because I'm sure that you've been.
I know Ryze. I know Ryze has got a few here.
Well, I'll say this, man. Like certain people, look, because I consider myself, man, human first. No matter, you know, the talent level, whatever. I'm human first. But you know, people may not know that. So I think sometimes people get a little intimidated, and I'm like the coolest motherfucker, man. Like, you know what I mean? We can curse on here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Whatever you want.
A little too late to ask that. But I guess I'll give one story. It's a couple, but I'll name one. I was with my family. I'm with my kids, and we was at Dave and Buster's, and we were sitting down, and we was, you know, eating our food, and I'm faced this way. My kids are facing this way, and I just see in the corner of my eyes, this guy just kept like kind of walking back and forth and like looking at me, kind of squinting a little bit. And I'm trying to ignore him. I'm just, you know, trying to focus on my kids, but he just kept like being creepy and looking. And I'm like, yo, what's this dude problem or whatever? You know what I mean? Not putting it together that he may recognize me or whatever. So I would say after 5 minutes of creepiness staring at me, he finally comes over and he's like, I'm sorry, man, I don't mean to bother you. Are you Ryze Hendricks? And I was like, yeah, man. He was like, dude, man, I love your videos, man. I watch your stuff all the time and stuff like that. And in the back of my mind, I'm like, oh, motherfucker, you could have came over and said hello the whole time. Like, you sit up here being a creep. But I was like, yo, I appreciate it. And we got, you know, I got up, took a picture with him, and he went about his way. But yeah, that was real creepy because he was like pacing. That was the creepy part, just pacing back and forth. And I'm like, damn, am I gonna have to knock this dude out? 'Cause I'm with my kids. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not about to have a creepo come up and I ain't know what this dude was gonna do. Because you get creepos in public. You know what I mean? So I ain't know what was gonna happen.
Right.
I could just
So yeah, that's
see you
that's
guys
a creepy
walking
fan
out.
story.
I could just see fans coming up thinking Chandler's MGK, thinking you're 50 Cent, like confusing
Oh my God.
It's great. No, that is kind of the comparison we both get too, which I mean, especially together too. I've heard, especially when we're on tour, that was something that we both got a lot, like together. They're like, oh, we got 50 Cent and MGK in the building. I'm like, okay, this is what we're going with today. Okay, cool.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
Every freaking day, man. I see it online every day. 50 Cent. They got the jokes. 25 cent, 35 cent. I'm like, all right. But no, it's crazy. It's crazy. When 50 Cent first came out, I was in college. So my nickname in college was 50. I used to always say, I don't look like no 50. But they would say it so much that I started looking at pictures and comparing, like, okay, all right, whatever. I finally just gave in. But a funny story real quick. Me and my sister, this was 2003, 50 had just came out. And we went to a park called Cedar Point. I don't know if you ever heard of it, but it's a big amusement park in Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And like I said, 50 Cent had just came out. So no offense, but it was a bunch of white people who thought I was actually 50 Cent. And they was coming up to me and taking pictures.
Love that.
And my sister was like, you know what? We should have charged them. We should have charged them for every picture. I said, no, we can't do that. We can't charge these people. But yeah, I've been hearing this for over 20 years. I look like 50 Cent. So it's the norm now.
Yep.
Well, it's so crazy because I mean, I definitely started like, my attention on TikTok was from your weird bars, but you're also like a legit rapper.
Yeah. No. And that's where I love it because I've been rapping seriously for about 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
So when I started doing the comedy stuff, I mean, I've always done like little silly stuff. Like even on my mixtapes in the past, I always have one or two skits or something comical because that's just my sense of humor.
Mm-hmm.
But when TikTok came along and I started the Weird Bar series, that's the one that, started blowing up and taking off. So people only knew me for the comedy raps. So when I turn around and do something serious, I'll set up the same format, the rapper in the studio, by the mic, and then the producer, but I'll rap something serious. People be like, oh shit. You know what I mean? They'd be shocked by it. But some people was able to see through it. Some people was like, yo, I knew you could rap. Because it takes, it takes a lot of skill to be able to like write this stuff and be funny. So they'd be like, yo, I knew you could rap. So it's cool. It's pretty cool. Like
I see the comments on your videos when you drop like the serious stuff, and they're like, and it is about 50-50, right? It's about 50% of them saying, oh my God, you can do this stuff too. And then the other half is just like, I knew this is this is not like the skit style stuff. Like I knew you were able to do this. I've seen comments like that on yours quite often too. And I'm like, well, yeah, of course, man. You gotta kind of grow up with, especially listening to hip hop your entire life. You kind of got to grow up writing like that. You know what I mean? And then after that, evolve those characters or whatever, Yeah,
so, no question, bro.
I gotta hear, and I want to hear from you too, Chandler. Like, who are some of your influences?
For me, Eminem. Love Eminem. I consider him like, he's definitely one of the GOATs. He's just one of those rappers. Like if you really like, far as skill wise, he's like the most skilled rapper I think ever. Like just technique. So definitely Eminem, and you could kind of see the influence on me because like being funny, being serious. That's Eminem. Eminem can give you serious. He can give you funny. You know what I mean? Like so, Eminem. Lil Wayne, love his music, love his work ethic. You know what I mean? Actually, the Weird Bar series and how I was putting out so many during the pandemic, that mindset came from Lil Wayne, because Lil Wayne was flooding the mixtape scene
Yeah.
back in 2005, 2006. So that's where that comes from. So Lil Wayne, Jay-Z, who I consider the GOAT. You know what I mean? Jay-Z is the greatest, man. I think he's the greatest in my opinion. So yeah, I would say those are like my main influences, those three.
That's great.
Chandler?
That's funny. M was definitely, that was my first CD that I ever, besides Aaron Carter, by the way, my first CD I ever bought was an Aaron Carter CD. I did a show with him before he passed, rest in peace to him. But before he passed, I did a show with him, real kind dude. But that was like the first music influence I had, and I was real young. So he was doing, you know, I Want Candy, you know, How I Beat Shaq, stuff like that. And that was, you know, my kind of generation of music, like pop music, right? So I wouldn't say necessarily an influence, but that was like the first thing that I was hearing. And then Eminem was actually, Curtain Call was the first CD I bought, and it had an explicit sticker on it. It's so funny that I'm doing this at my parents' house where I grew up, in this house. I brought it home because my dad let me buy it. And first thing we do is pop it into the CD player because my mom saw the explicit sticker on it. And she heard about 30 seconds of the first song and said, nope, put that shit back in there and take it back to the store. So I would say I'm definitely, as far as rap goes, Eminem, you know, D12, you know, with the whole group of D12 with M in there too. That was kind of the first, I guess, Biggie Smalls as far as the hip hop stuff goes. And then obviously, you know, I do a lot of pop punk and stuff too. So I was more of like the Warped Tour bands too, you know, like Day to Remember, State Champs, you know, Ice Nine Kills, you know, stuff like that. Like kind of formed my I would say instrumental side, I guess, you know, guitars, drums, all that stuff, you know, the live instrumentation. But man, I've been listening to just about everything, you know, from R&B to country to all that, you know, obviously you can't go wrong with a George Strait either, you know, so it's like there's a lot of influences, I'd say. And obviously you can see Machine Gun Kelly, you know, that definitely, I've known about him for about 15 years, maybe a little, and he was, you know, evolving from rap into, you know, into pop, into, you know, instrumental, you know, acoustic. He's kind of been doing it all. So I've kind of definitely seen what he did and took a lot of that inspiration to, you know, especially now, him being so polarizing for, you know, the festivals he's getting booked on and stuff. I like to say that he's definitely a big one for me too. So yeah, there's just about, in every genre, there's someone that I, you know, I definitely like a whole lot that I take influence from. But you're right. Yeah, Eminem was the first one for sure for me when I started like making music. Definitely.
It's crazy because you're really all, I mean, don't tell me like that gives me like, you know, like the Warped Tour, like
Blink 182 stuff.
vibes, like Scene Kid. And then you've got Haunted House, which is like, oh my God, the lyrics in that. Like, I think I've listened to that song like probably 20 times over the last like couple days, just because it's just, I love it.
That whole project, you know, being acoustic like that, I've never done anything like that before. So obviously I had to bring out, you know, I've written a lot of acoustic songs, but never something that I was just like proud enough to put out. So that means a lot to me though, because Haunted House is definitely one of my favorites on that project too.
Now, do you feel like you're going to stay with the acoustic and that vibe, or are you going to explore like something totally different? Where are you going with future music?
I like the acoustic. I definitely enjoy doing the acoustic stuff, especially because I do play guitar as well. So it's like one of those things that if I do have enough acoustic songs out, I'm able to play different sets for different vibes of, you know, say I get booked at a festival that's like very country or like very acousticy, like bring your guitar out kind of stuff. I have a handful of stuff like that. But I'd like to say that I'm just gonna go with whatever feels right to me. Honestly, like I love pop punk. Obviously, and people still ask me, you know, oh, you do rap anymore? I'm like, man, y'all just got to be patient. You know, like I like to make whatever I feel like making at the time. You know, so I don't put myself in a box. Just like Ryze, you know, Ryze is the same way. He's not just super specific on one sound or anything like that. It's like this is what I'm feeling today. This is what I make. So it's like one day I could do a really hard like rock metal style song, and the next day I can write a acoustic love song, you know. So it's again, it's just it depends on the day, what I'm going through, stuff like that.
Speaking of festivals, Ryze, didn't you just headline your first festival?
Yes.
Tell us
P. Yo,
about
P, I
it.
wish you was there, P.
I
You
saw
would
videos
you would
last
have bodied it there too,
Tell
P.
us a little something.
The energy, it was so much love, man. It was so much love. I had so much fun. Michigan. It was in Dollar Bay, Michigan. And P, you in Phoenix right now, right?
No, I'm in Oregon right now, but I live in Phoenix.
Okay, you in Oregon. And where are you at, Allie?
I'm near Philly.
Okay, you near Philly. Okay, all right, cool. Yeah. I'm in PA too. But all right, it's warm out. It's kind of warm where we're at.
Mm-hmm.
In Michigan, it was 50 degrees.
Yo, what?
It was 45, 50 degrees. So look, I'm not gonna lie, because they had an inside stage and they had an outside stage. Mm-hmm. They had me headline the outside stage, and they had like another rock band headline the inside stage. Like it was inside this big barn.
Right.
And at first, I ain't gonna lie, I was a little frustrated. I'm like, damn, I don't wanna perform outside. It's cold as shit. It was cold as hell. I'm like, man, I don't want to. And I performed late in the night. It was like 8 o'clock at night. Right. So I'm like, damn, I don't know if people are still gonna be here. Man, it's gonna be cold as shit. But
you brought that fire, didn't you?
When I tell y'all, it was one of my best shows ever.
Right.
It was packed. Everybody was out there turned up. My adrenaline was going. I didn't even think about the weather. Nope. I was in a beater outside in the cold.
I seen that video you posted. I was like,
yeah, 35, 40 degrees with a beater on in the cold. It didn't even matter. And it ended up being an amazing show. One of my best performances. And the people, they gave me so much energy. It was so much love.
That's good, man. I love that.
Yeah.
Okay. Since I started following you, Ryze, I've wanted to ask you this question. So I've got to get it out. Have you ever been performing the weird bars? Because you do both. So have you ever been performing them live and just started laughing, or been in a free?
Yes, all the time.
I've seen him laugh multiple times on stage. The last one.
Yeah. Sometimes I even like in the middle of the verse, I'll just bust out laughing and I can't even finish the rest of the song. You know what I mean? It's just, I don't know. It's just, it's fun. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. It really is. And then sometimes I'll get caught up in other people laughing, and they'll make me laugh, and then I'll trip over the lyrics, and I just got to stop. So yeah, I do.
Oh my God. I'm so happy to hear that, because seriously, I can't even watch your videos without laughing. I couldn't even imagine doing that in front of people, seeing their reactions and the whole 9 yards.
Yeah. No, it's a lot of fun.
Can we talk about some of the celebrities that have given reactions to your weird bars?
Oh man. I actually reposted this the other day, but Montel Jordan, you know his hit, this is how we do it. So I reposted that because I heard the song the other day and we was partying to it, and I was telling my friend, I was like, yo, I said, Montel Jordan, he actually did like a duet on TikTok. I said I should go find it and repost it. So I just reposted it, but he had a great reaction to it. He was a good sport about it. So
I like BB Rex's. That was a funny one too. I just saw that one that you posted too, and I was
BB Rexha too. She had a good response to it. That was pretty cool.
Have you had anybody have completely want nothing to do with it and have a negative response?
You know what? I would say DJ Quick, but I didn't do any of DJ Quick's songs. I don't think I did. If y'all know DJ Quick, he's like a legendary DJ / producer from the West Coast. But his was negative. Like it was right around the time when I started doing it and it was starting to blow up. And he made a comment or something like, yo, he was like, yo, this shit is corny or something, he said. Right. And then everybody in the comments was flaming him like, yo, that's the whole point.
For him. Yeah, that's it.
That's the point of this. It's supposed to be corny and it's supposed to be stupid. You know what I'm saying? Right. So, and then it's like, I just put LOL and told him that was the point. But I didn't even have to say much because everybody was in the comments flaming him.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, he was the only one that said something negative, right. Like out of like celebrities or whatever.
So have any of them actually ever done weird bars? Like, have you ever got any of them to kind of collab with you on it?
No.
I feel like the only person that would actually try and do something like that with, as far as how good Ryze is, it would have to be a Weird Al or something like that.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, see, yeah, and you know what? People tag him. They tag him, especially the early days. They tagged him a lot, but I mean, he ain't never respond. But we would have made some. We could make something real good together because he's a legend.
Okay, so I wouldn't attempt to do a duet with you because like you're too on point and like I'm weird in a different way. I do my own thing.
Snap. Okay.
But I did my own weird bars about you.
Oh, snap.
And I'm going to get your blind reaction right now. Can we play it? He is the king of the scroll that makes you stop real fast. One weird bar and the views be going full blast. From hot grandmas to onion ring, arm piss, making punchlines last. Every verse so wild, it's like Ryze is teaching a TikTok class. He don't need rules, nah, he been the game. Making the random legendary, carving out his name. Ryze Hendricks in the house, you all know the claim. Weird bars forever, and life as we know it will never be the same. Word!
Hey!
That's the first one too. Let's
go.
The first one right
hey,
there.
Yo, was that a freestyle?
Yo, I was freestyling as I went. I had keywords, but my breath is not what it used to be. So
okay, I'm about to because it sound like it was right off the top. It sounded like a freestyle off the top.
I kept with keywords just so that I would stay on point because I do have hyperactive ADD, so I do kind of like go all over the place. But basically,
I love it. I love it. With the ski mask, where did you get that ski mask from? I need that.
That one, you need that one for sure, dude.
I had ordered this off of Doll's Kill, like probably I would say 4 years ago, and I thought it was a beanie. And I got it in the mail, and it ended up being a ski mask. And I've been waiting for the perfect opportunity to wear this thing. And of course, I got the chance.
Well, 4 years later is the perfect.
Nice. I love it. I love it. So hold on. So that we clear though. The ski mask character, that's real gangster. His series is these lyrics did not match the beat, meaning he takes the happy music and turn it into gangster rap. Where bars is, basically he's a different character. He's the weird lyrics, the shit that just like what the hell, you know what I mean? Like he says the most off the wall shit. So they're two different guys though. And I don't think a lot of people know that, but yeah, they're two different characters.
I love that.
So is there any themes that you've kind of done up and like just haven't released?
Oh, you know what? It's a lot of stuff that like I like to just release everything I create pretty much. I just create and put it out because I don't like to sit on stuff. If I create it, I got to put it out because you just never know what's going to hit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, those drafts
create
quickly.
Put it out. You know what I mean? Like if I would have been sitting on the weird bars, you know what I mean? Like we wouldn't be here. You know what I mean? So I create, put it out.
different. Yeah. If you were like scared to put any of that out, it would definitely. I mean, I wouldn't have met you. You know, the world wouldn't have met you. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's important. The
Shit, we wouldn't have met,
flooding,
Pete. We probably wouldn't have met, bro.
Yeah, flooding the internet with just whatever, man. That's kind of that's the name of the game right there. Especially right now is just like oversaturate if you have to, dude. Because again, like you said, you don't know what's gonna hit. That could be the $1 million break right there. You know what I mean? So that's incredible. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. And I heard Russ say this. I don't know if y'all familiar with Russ.
Absolutely, that's where I learned it from.
Yeah. Because I was about to say that. You know what I mean? Like I knew this before I heard Russ say this. But you know, that's what Russ said. He said, listen, man, just create it, put it out. Don't sit on it. What you sitting on it for? You don't know what's gonna hit. So he said, yo, put it out, make like 100 TikToks around the same sound, and you just never know what's gonna take off.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, since you're like the master with TikTok, I have some questions. Like, how much would you suggest for someone? Like, I'm under 10K. Like, I'm getting closer, but like, how many times would you say that, like, realistically, I need to post? And like, I'm monetized, but like, I have no idea how to do it. What would you say to someone that's like getting into that?
I would say, first of all, you got to find something that you love to post. Like, you got to, what can you do 1,000 times? Like, you know what I mean? Like, not to have a specific number or whatever, but what can you do over and over and over? Because then when you consistently do it, the algorithm will start rewarding you for it. You know what I mean? Okay. Like, okay. And then when they see people reacting to it in a positive way, if you get engagement, the algorithm will start pushing it out more and more and more. They'll say, okay, the system will say, okay, there's an audience for this. Let's continue to push this out. So honestly, I would say you under 10K, you know, they trying to really reward small creators now. It's actually harder for the bigger creators. Like, it's more challenging for me to go viral now. So for the smaller creators, I would say, man, post anywhere from 3 to 5 times a day if you can. Shit, even more if you can. But the content game is a consistent game. So if whatever you do, make sure it's something that you could do over and over and over. Like, it just so happened for me, you know, I make music, so all my stuff is music related. Or, you know, I'm an actor too, so I do the skits. And I could do that over and over. And I
forgot about the Halloween skits and stuff that you did too. Like those ones are like one of the first ones that I saw too from you, besides the weird bars and stuff. So yeah, that's definitely, like, the skits definitely, I feel like, were the first ones for me personally that showed up on my page, was just the funny shit that you were doing with, you know, the Freddie and Jason stuff. You know what I mean? Like, it was like your weird friend and it's like Jason or whatever. And it's just like, okay,
Michael Myers.
Yeah, Michael Myers. Yeah. Those were great. So yeah, I would say,
I don't play around with this content. Look who I'm gonna be this year.
Oh, great. Oh, we love that. Oh, we're getting a sneak peek of what's to come here next month. Huh?
Yeah. Yo, I just got that ship from China. It's the one from the movie. Like, it's a leather suit.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm getting ready to start cooking that up. I'm about to start writing skits for that. So I'll be on the look.
I'm excited. I'm really excited for that one. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's so good. So since we are getting a little bit closer with time, what do you guys have coming up? What are you guys working on? What can fans anticipate other than you dressing up? That's Deadpool, right?
Deadpool.
Okay.
You want to go first, P? I don't know.
Yeah, I got a few things, especially since they're fresh and they're like, I actually have a show this week in Twin Falls, Idaho, which I love that place. I go back there pretty often. They're great everywhere in Idaho. They always treat us really well. So I'm excited for that. You know, I just did a show here in Bend for a 30th year anniversary vodka company that started here 30 years ago. So that's kind of what's been going on. Other than that, you know, it's kind of a lot of people's off season right now too. Especially for us, we were just on tour for, you know, months and months. So it's like we're gonna start gearing up for 2026. As far as that, I have one more show here in Oregon before I'm done, probably until 2026. It's my Halloween bash. And then other than that, it's just going to be an album, which I've been working on this last year, which goes back to you asking, are you going to stay in the acoustic lane? The album has just about every genre that I can make on it, anywhere from acoustic to rap to country to metal, pop, rock,
genre roulette,
R&B, all that. So that'll be out hopefully before 2026, and it's called Comfortably in Chaos. Other than that, next year, announcements for next year will probably start rolling out in, January, February, stuff like that. So we'll probably tour during the spring. So that's about, for until, people start booking me and stuff for other things like that. It's going to be my off season for a minute after that, after the extent of the tour that I just did. So.
And if you want to book, all the information for both are flip-flopping back and forth, but you can get them all at the bottom of the screen. Ryze, what are you working on?
I'm actually gearing up for my second headlining festival in Long Island, and it's called Halloween Fright Fest. I'm real excited about that. That's October 11th. So just gearing up for that. And like I said, y'all saw the sneak peek of the Deadpool costume. So I'm gonna be writing a bunch of skits for that character, and I'm bringing my man Michael Myers back. Be cooking up some more content with him, and just more rap skits. I'm working on this single that I'm about to drop, produced by New York Bangers. I don't know if y'all familiar with them, but y'all know the song "Ooh" by Young M.A.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah. He produced that. So I got this beat I got this crazy beat from him. So I'm getting ready to cook up something to that and drop that soon. Other than that, just daily content. More skits.
We haven't really announced this. I think I've only told a handful of people. I have a song called 3 a.m. that I've been sitting on for a while, and I decided that me and Ryze are going to do that together instead of, sitting on it and having it as like a single by myself. I think it'll be Ryze and someone else. I'd like to get another verse on it, but if it's not anyone else but me and him, I'm totally fine with that. So as soon as I get home, by the way, I haven't been home in 4 months. So as soon as I get home, that's coming straight to you, by the way, Ryze, so that way you can start writing on it.
Let's go, man. You've been performing this for years, turning people up. People love that song. I'm like, yo, you ain't put this out?
10 years later, me and you now, dude. Me and you now.
Yeah, man.
So
let's go. Let's get it, bro.
Yep, I'm excited for that.
Well, thank you so much, guys, for taking the time to come on. Like, seriously, I appreciate it so much. And we're definitely going to have you back on and catch up with you after your next round of fun stuff going on. Yes, and we're definitely checking back in about the Deadpool. Like, I am going to be waiting for that because that's going to be really funny.
Have those notifications on this next month for sure.
Yeah. A lot of fun coming up.
Will he make an appearance at the Halloween fest? Or is that only for TikTok?
No, I think it's funny you say that because I'm thinking about showing up as him. But the thing is, the real gangster character with the ski mask, he's part of he's part of my showcase. So I may come out with the Deadpool suit with the ski mask, and then when his set is over, then I might put the actual Deadpool mask on and perform for the rest of the show in the Deadpool mask.
That'll be interesting to perform with a mask on like that too. Oh goodness.
I know it. Oh God. That might be that's gonna be a tough one. That's
a lot of practice with that one on, and just at home you just gotta live in that thing, so that way it's just second nature to you.
Right. Because I had to get used to the real gangster mask. I had to get used to the ski mask, man, and now that's second nature now.
Exactly.
So
it's leather. You could probably make a beat with it.
You probably could, honestly. That'd be hilarious.
Yeah. Yep.
But thank you so much, guys. And this will air on Wednesday at 8:00 Eastern Standard Time on YouTube. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you, Allie.
Thank you, Allie. Thank you for having us. We really appreciate it. Yeah, we got to get your socials and stuff too. So I can repost this and tag you.
Definitely. I wrote you on TikTok, but I accidentally pressed send, and you can only message you once because you have that like block on it. So
makes sense.
When you go on,
that's a TikTok thing. It's a TikTok thing where if you're not friends with the person, you can't send them a message or something like that.
Right. And if anything, I can just text them a bunch of the links too. So it might be a little easier to do that. Just send all
your P, do that, P.
And we're gonna send you over with the media kit, like clips and all that stuff to post up also. So I'll just send it over with that email, my information.
Perfect.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Allie. We'll see you next time.
Thanks for watching.